Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Cursed Entertainment presentation brought to you by Alienware, going on into Game 3 of RoX.KIS versus Evil Geniuses here. These two teams have been fighting out kind of back and forth here, and we're going to see who's going to take the match and who's going to proceed on through that loser's bracket. So going on into this next draft here, just going to start it off, and I myself am Blaze, co-casting up with Merlina here. How's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going? And these bands already underway?
Yeah. Starting things off here, how do you feel about how these last two games have progressed, and what do you think it means for the teams having something in store for us this next one?
I think that RoX.KIS played their last lineup very, very well, and the first game they wanted to go again. It just didn't seem like everything clicked. They pick Wisp, they go an aggressive triple lane, and that just didn't work out for them. And then you could tell they wanted to play aggressively, and they had the lineup for it, but they just couldn't. They just couldn't do it with that early game. I wouldn't want to say failure, but early game lackluster play, and they were just like kind of behind all game after like I want to say like the 8 or 9 minute mark. In the second game, they picked a lineup pretty well suited for them. BZZ seems like he likes to farm a little bit more, even on a hero like Tinker, and Dread just being able to farm away with his lycanthrope, and then just a systematic push and very smart defensive play by Tinker, not getting picked off only one time, but they were able to get 2 kills out of that final fight top with AM and Nature's Prophet. So I think that they just had everything coming together for them. They drafted heroes that seemed to fit their players a little bit more, and their playstyle was just more refined and just all around pretty good play by them in the second game.
Now, more potential for the IO to make an appearance, see how if it will be a more formidable foe than last time around. In this position here, it's going to get interesting because the Nature's Prophet can always counter-initiate where he sees a relocate, and they can actually at least bring 1 for every 2 that RoX.KIS brings with that relocate. Also an interesting early pickup of the Luna, not something you would generally see on a second pick, maybe a third, but in this position, just drafting it very early to keep that third pick a little bit more quiet, kind of not showing off what their lineup's going to be based around, because the Luna, she doesn't tell you all that much. You know that she's going to be good in jungle engagements with Eclipse, she's going to carry late game very well with the Moonglaves and right-click damage, and she does have, obviously going to go a little on the safe lane and prioritize a little bit of pushing activity, but beyond that, you don't know too much about this combo, and so the lanes are going to be a little bit quiet, and along with that, the overarching strategy may get more difficult for ROX to draft it up, but there's still certain heroes like the Chaos Knight to couple with the IO, and also the Nyx Assassin has not been banned.
I don't know. I kind of think they like reveal a little bit more hand than it would expect, just because they banned out Keeper, which means okay, that means we're probably going to push. Or especially with this early lineup, Luna's very good at putting a pressure a lot early, which is one of the very few carry heroes that can, aside from Lifestealer. And speaking of Lifestealer, he hasn't been picked up, which is very strange. But they have Nature's Prophet, which is very good for pushing with Force of Nature, and it's actually unusual to pick Nature's Prophet this early versus Wisp, just because Wisp CK can pick off Nature's Prophet very, very easily, similar to how they can pick off a Tinker before he gets his Blink Dagger. So it's very unusual for teams to pick it up, unless you want to do a push strategy. And now that they have Juggernaut too, I expect them to go full out push, maybe with a Panda. And I mean, something to speak about that is an external factor is the time constraint that the We Play TV admins kind of gave them. So they might just be looking for an all-in 20 to 30 minute push strat, and if it doesn't win, okay, whatever, we have another tournament to play. And although I don't really like when teams play like that, it is something to consider.
Yeah, definitely something a little bit outside the game, which does lend into this. As far as the Luna and the Juggernaut, both wanting to get some farm, and then later on kind of collide together to, of course, apply a lot of pressure with the Healing Ward and the Lunar Blessing, giving a lot of attack damage there. So do you think they're going to be having a supportive Juggernaut, or they're going to split the lanes and have either Juggernaut on the mid or Luna on the mid?
I think they will split the lanes up one way or another. I don't think Luna and Juggernaut will be in the same lane, although that is a possibility. I think Juggernaut really needs levels, and he won't get that from a triple lane if he has a split XP with a Luna. But, I mean, again, I still think it's just going to be very early push, maybe a Panda, maybe a Shadow Shaman, maybe a Leshrac. Those are still heroes in the pool. They have not been banned by either team, and Evil Genius is banning out Tinker just really just screams out to me, okay, we're going to push. Tinker, Coddle. We saw how effective they were at defending pushes last game, and Evil Genius has had enough of that. They're going for an all-out push, banned out from Chen from RoX.KIS, so I suspect that they know it too. And again, EO, very weak early game, almost no AoE to offer in terms of anti-push. CK, again, almost no AoE as well, so they will be vulnerable to it, but I think this Gyrocopter pickup is very, very good for them.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty big deal, whether the Gyrocopter's flat cannon will make enough of an impact on the oncoming push. As far as RoX's bans, the Chen makes a lot of sense, as well as the Shadow Demon, the setups for Juggernaut to get a lot of damage out, and of course just to make the lanes work very nicely for them, and then Chen with his push. The Rubik's a little weird, but I mean, not the biggest deal one way or another. Maybe they want to draft some powerful ultimates to avoid all this kind of damage output continuously. Either way, right now the Gyrocopter is going to have his work cut out for him counter pushing, unless they can get something that can deal with it directly. They're looking at the Lone Druid wasn't banned out, so if they wanted to run like a jungle prophet and just have him come out swinging like at only level 3 with Nature's Call, that could be a possibility, but it does weaken their lanes and they're already getting kind of greedy. So I'm not sure. I don't think the Lone Druid would be likely based on that mindset, but of course combining those together, the Spirit Bear with the Healing Ward, it can be pretty dangerous, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, so looking at the push heroes, I talked about Panda earlier, Shadow Shaman, a possibility too. There is Leshrac, there is Lone Druid, and there is Enchantress. Enchantress not as good as Chen though. Not really a good substitute for pushing, although it is really good at putting out early pressure, which is actually really what they need right now. And we see AA pick up by RoX.KIS, so they will go back to their roots for game 1.
Yeah, a little bit there. I mean, that's going to be a powerful tri-lane. I'm wondering if they're going to try to run it aggressively as before, because that obviously didn't pan out very well. One thing about the Chilling Touch is it's only so-so on Gyrocopter. Literally, you put the Chilling Touch on him, and he shoots one flat cannon shot, and if he hits 5 targets, that's the entire buff away. It's a quick distribution, but generally speaking, you're going to want that magic damage focus fired. So it's not going to be that big of an impact, and AA himself isn't going to provide any counter push until he gets his ultimate up. I mean, the Ice Vortex, I guess, slows the push in a little, but not considerably, and we are going to see that damage come out one way or another. So it'll be interesting, the pressure that'll come forth. Evil Geniuses know what they're up against and are going to pick up the Enigma, so going to have one of either the Nature's Prophet or the Enigma on the offlane, the other one opting for the jungle, and then they're going to go for Eidolons and the Treants extremely quickly to just batter down these towers.
Yeah, I actually forgot about Enigma just because he hasn't been used so often. But again, with his Juggernaut third pick, Juggernaut is almost never picked in the first 3. I mean, sometimes versus in like very particular strats like this one. But again, when teams do unusual picks like this, Luna and Juggernaut as second and third, you really have to be on your toes as RoX.KIS. Looks like they will pick up Pudge as their last.
Wow. I don't even really
push that I was hoping for, but I mean, Pudge does have the potential to shut heroes down the middle. Although I think that Juggernaut is actually one of the best heroes versus solo mid Pudge.
Yeah, this is really weird how this is going to pan itself out. I mean, the lifesteal is great, but to go up against a Pudge just because he has a large amount of HP. So I think they're going to run Lifestealer as a mid, maxing Feast, so he can just destroy the Pudge. And that would mean that they are running a laning Juggernaut, I presume. But no, this is going to be really weird. How does the Pudge play into this? Like, the hooks are going to be nice. They can maybe interrupt the black hole or something, but really, I guess it's just hurtling under towers, pulling one person in before the other 4 are ready. So, I mean, that's kind of the general meaning of the initiation. And then Rod, of course, providing some damage over time if it does cost you a little bit of HP.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know about it either. Lifestealer can just immediately rage out of it. If he gets hooked and just turn on the Pudge himself. Juggernaut can spin, or Omni Slash. Luna can use Eclipse. I mean, it's just, and they have like a lot of small units to get in the way of the hook with proper conversion micro and Force of Nature. It's going to be very difficult for Pudge to find the kills that need, and it looks like it will be a solo mid Pudge played by Solo.
Exactly. I think the Wisp will be very well coupled with him if they want to go ahead and just get him the tether, get him the movement speed to close in. As soon as he connects with the Rot, it's providing some slow, and then after that, he'll connect with the tether stun, and they'll kind of go from there. So it looks like everybody's selected their hero, and they're good to go. Just needed a moment there to get it all together. But yeah, back and forth. This is going to be a quick little game here between these two teams to see how it plays itself out. And yeah, what we're looking at here is going to be Fear picking up a Smoke and a Clarity, as well as the Stout Shield and Regeneration.
Roshan.
So
Roshan.
You think it's level 1 Roche, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, they have the Healing Ward, they have the Treants, they have the Eidolons. I mean, they have everything in place to make this work, and the Lunar Blessing is already skilled, so yeah, they're going for it here. And I'm guessing that RoX.KIS must know. Now, Pudge in a level 1 engagement, I don't think he has all that much
smoke up themselves.
They definitely have the intentions to go on this. They have Rocket Barrage, I think is their Beth tool.
It's a fake smoke. It's a fake Roshan, though. They're going around.
Oh, this is going to be a big clash. They're going to go in. They're going to go north. They're going to get flanked in from behind. The Treants scouting it out. They're going to be like not even budging. They're going to go into the Roche pit and are going to get collided on here. Evil Geniuses know exactly what's up here, but they're not going yet. They're going on the lane. They were going for first blood, and they're trying to bait out the Roshan. Now they're going to find the kill opportunity from the high ground. The question is, will they be in this position to actually get vision on them? Very, very close at hand. Now the smoke has expired here, and on both sides, Fear has the vision. They're going to initiate here. The spin will come out. The damage onto Dread is immense, and they're going to be able to get the first blood here. The Chilling Dutch will go across. Attempt for the Reality Rift, but no Chaos Bolt, actually. Not getting enough damage across, and it looks like Chaos Knight will fall the salve, keeping him up just barely. Instead, Bambo gets stunned out and gets right-click down, turning around one kill, but now this is perfect. They just need 2 right-clicks to get the kill, but instead he's walking away. They're keeping him up, and Fear's munching on top of this Pudge, who only has a rank 1 hook, so he can't do anything here. Juking on through the trees, could try to salve. Salve number 1 used. Salve number 2 not going to be expended. Oh, he does expend it, and it just gets canceled immediately. Coming on in, they do get the stun onto Jail. Right-click is there to finish him off, and it just keeps on going. These guys going for this little level 1 brawl. Ancient Apparition on the run. Couple right-clicks will come on through with his open wounds, but Gyrocopter's the one that needs a pause, at least for a moment.
And RoX.KIS with their second pause already, but Vanscore almost certainly dead, especially with Reality Rift already being used, and Tether still 2 seconds on cooldown. I don't really see Vanscore living here.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult. Interestingly enough, BDIS doesn't seem to be contributing too much. Like, the Eidolons can't close in very quickly, but in turn, BZZ doesn't have that stun, so Fear can just keep on right-clicking away here. He will get the last hit on Vanscore, that is the Enigma, and now they can go in for 3 people right-clicking on 1. The Stout Shields help them quite a bit here. They're going to try to turn it around a little bit, but with all of these Eidolons, Dread's not going to be able to do too much as far as burning people down. So it looks like they might be done. They might fall back from here, but early momentum. They got, I believe, first blood for Evil Geniuses, and they did start it off 3 for 2.
Yeah, so pretty good lead for them, and I don't think they will go for early Roshan. I mean, they kind of are in position to do it, though.
They are seriously out looking for this. They got the clarities up. They're like, come at us, guys. We have the wards, and they're not going to be able to smoke this early. So, yeah, there is nothing as far as smoking on in. RoX.KIS have to walk right underneath the ward coverage, which is beautifully placed, so that there is absolutely no way that they can be caught out surprise.
So they do get a ping out, and Vanscore will lay them as ever ward, but are they going to react in time?
Yeah, that's the question. Fear taking a lot of hits here. He will pop up himself. They still have a lot of consumables here. Now coming on out, Fear trying to mess with Vanscore a little bit. They are going to go for another 5v5 engage. Roche dropping down 2,000 HP, dropping quickly. They have to finish this now. They've committed so hard. Reality Rift coming on in. Fear taking a lot of hits here. Doesn't have mana for Rage. Instead, open wounds. But now Beta's taking a lot of hits here. The flat cannon going across, doing so much damage to everybody here. Fear drops. Luna drops. It's just a disaster for them. Buyback comes out for the lifesteal. He'll jump on back on into it. But we do see the stun hitting on Bambo, and that should be his death as well. Just kills going the way of RoX.KIS left and right. The Spirit's doing some damage here, and now just trying to close on in. Fear Bob back. He needs to get a kill out of this. Open wounds up onto Yol right here. Going to be able to right-click him down in a moment for the salve. Keeping BZZ and Yol. Oh, so much damage.
Wow. Incredible blocks there by his teammates.
Now the movement speed advantage are going on in with the flat cannon. There's that Reality to lock down Demon. The right clicks are there, dominating Street. Only 2 minutes in. This is ridiculous right here. Fear is getting outside the cold feed, but not out of the right clicks. He will drop in turn. Oh my goodness, this just doesn't stop. They are getting the tether stun. They are going to be able to bring down the gyrocopter. We do see now Bambo cleaning this up. Nice move from Jacob. The stunts come on out, and they're going for Roche. It's still only on 2,800 HP. They got to stop the regen. They got to put damage on it. And they do get the healing ward up. They have gotten the Juggernaut high enough level to just healing ward away, and they might be able to do this. Here comes the hook, only hitting on an Eidolon, unfortunately. BZZ only has mana.
Oh, the Eidolons don't split, though. I don't know if they're going to have enough tank to do it. Looks like
mana clarity up on Enigma. He can split the Treant. He can split the Treant in just a second. He can do it now. There we go. So they have enough tank. They're going to be able to do it. And another hook missing means the Aegis, the Roshan, goes to Dire, and they pick up the Aegis on Luna here. Now open wounds and a mini stun on BZZ. He can't get out. He has to only can turn and fight, and instead he will just fall. Now Demon going out, going to actually just catch out IO. He's not able to tether to the lane, and so he is caught in this sprout. He will be locked in place as well. Really, really good turnaround. It looked bad because they had to buy back, and they were just so far behind as far as kills when RoX.KIS came out firing with that flat cannon. But they got the Roche, and now we see this experience graph and gold graph just kind of bounce all over the place, ending with about 900
kills in 3 minutes. That is absurd.
I don't even know. I really don't. Like, these kind of games are just like, you can tell that they just want to go for blood, and they want to take it down quick, and that's exactly what they're accomplishing here. Going for huge push presence, Basilius active, Lunar Blessing at work here, trying to bring down this tier 1 tower, and yeah, Evil Geniuses doing work. Hard push lineup just going on through. You don't need a Spirit Bear. You need an entire army of all these summons that they can just drop on down. And right now, RoX.KIS, all 3 of them, they don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many units to deal with right now, and the healing ward. And I mean, they might just steamroll this T2 as well. They are getting some levels on the two solos right now, Pudge and Dread up top, but it looks like they will TP. Jo on Luna is going to TP top.
So he's not going to be playing as aggressively, which is interesting considering he has Aegis, but he still has 6 minutes on that, so he can wait out 3 or 4 minutes and just kind of go in as aggressively as he wants to immediately after that. But right now, just trying to get some early mobility. The Tranquils have been effective so far, but getting in some solo levels will set it up so the Eclipse can come on out. And when that's the case, they really, really have the potential to go 5-man Dota.
Yeah, and we didn't have time to introduce the lineup, so I will go over that real quickly. So on side of RoX.KIS, we have BZZ, the captain on Chaos Knight. Solo's getting gone on.
Yeah, they're going to get the Malefist stun as well with that hasted Enigma, so they're doing some damage here, but Fear won't be able to connect with from right clicks.
Oh, and it looks like Demon's in danger too, but can he get the tether stun? Does not look like he has the angle for it. And finishing the rest of RoX.KIS, we have Dread on Gyrocopter, Solo on the Pudge, Vanscore on the AA, and Yol on the EO.
Alright, and then for EG, we are seeing Fear running currently on the mid lane Lifestealer, dueling it out with the Pudge. Then we do have Jo on the Luna, doing what he can, farming up top, has the Aegis. B does on the Enigma, jungling up, already has that Soul Ring active. Demon on the Nature's Prophet, Furion with the Basilius active, then Bambo down here in the solo lane, boots up and ready, run the Juggernaut with that lane already pushed out.
Yep, and in terms of gold earn, we see whopping 2,200 gold in favor of EG, mostly just from the Roshan and the T1 already taken on bottom lane, and we see a rotation from the EO up top.
Oh, actually, yeah, Yol was in a bit of a rough spot, does get Malefist up, but luckily only hitting twice here, and he did have the tether stun timing to get out of a really bad spot. Just using the Spirits to counter push here, when it connects on a hero, it does splash damage, which will allow them to counter push. 2 seconds stun on Betas, but not going to follow up with the Reality Rifts, just he literally using his bolts for harassment, as he just really can't afford to do much else.
Yeah, I mean, this Luna pick is just incredible early. Level 2 Lunar Blessing, 22 damage on those 3 heroes, just makes taking out towers such a breeze. They still have Glyph up though, and they are sending a 3rd hero up there. Vanscore will rotate to try and counter this triple force threat from EG.
Yes, so how do you think this Pudge is going to come into play? He has hit his level 6. Generally speaking, we find opportunities where he just roams around passive lanes and finds vectors where he can just get a really, really good hook off and pull somebody to their death. Is he going to be kind of doing that same roaming style, or is he going to have to set up shop in a lane just to make sure that they can't reliably
I think
push?
he just needs to try and counter this push. I mean, he still is pretty strong right now. He is, I think, only one of the few heroes that is level 6. He's actually, him along with Gyrocopter, are only heroes that are level 6. I think he really has abused his early Dismember. Maybe not going to Luna because she has Aegis for another 2 minutes, but I think he really needs to find kills on these weak other support heroes, especially Enigma before he hits 6. Nature's Prophet's only level 4, and he actually has Arcane Boots on his Nature's Prophet. But I mean, he can't do anything versus Fear in the middle. Nyx just completely owns Pudge.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little weird. We are going to see the Rally Rift on Abita is getting 1 second stun down out, caught inside the Sprout. There's the damage coming out, but here's an Eclipse. Hitting on creeps quite a bit. Going to get dismembered up. Jo does fall, and Furion gets hooked back on in. Beautiful play from Solo. Aegis does pop. Luna's going to come back, but she doesn't have that much to work with. Drops the Lucent Beam on top of Pudge. He will be right-clicked down to his death. Now Bambo is spinning on top of Yol. Going to try to burn him down. He doesn't have the tether, and he cannot escape. There was a buyback on the Furion, so he is right-clicking away. They're just going to focus on the tower, at least for the moment. Dread getting another round of Flat Cannon up, though. Going to go to town on all these heroes here.
Yeah, and just tons of action everywhere. 20 kills in 7 minutes, and BCZ is not done. He's looking for blood. There's a homie missile on Demon.
Not good out with the Reality Rift. Going to get the stun. Yeah, there's the Chaos Bolt to actually bring him down. So Demon does get dropped down in the end. No real way to escape. Not even bothering with boots. Oh, no, he has Arcanes. Now going for Mechanism, though.
Yeah, and it looks like they will get this deny off on the T1 tower. Only 50 HP left after that Glyph. Fear does use his Infest to try and speed things up, and they're just going all out on this early game. We do see a level 6 on Juggernaut. Also is, oh, looks like he's going up for a kill on Vanscore right here.
Yeah, there was an invisible Jug, and he was trying for an opportunity just with that Omni Slash, and Vanscore with only 2 armor, that damage, they're going to be able to bring him down in just a moment. So good movement there in the Sprout follow-up. Dread, he has no way to break the trees. Instead, just gets stunned out. Body block, perfect wall of trees coming on through from Demon twice over. Once from the Sprout, once from the Nature's Call itself, and that is how you run that hero. Haste Rune active on Pudge could be a pretty quick, easy kill. Actually got a pick on Enigma based on that Dismember in the mid lane, so good move there. But he's flanking from behind against 4 heroes. I really don't know about this positioning.
Yeah, I mean, they have, like, a lot of HP, too. They're almost all at max except for Fear, but he's 800 out of 900, especially with that really healing word, and he sees the chicken. Maybe is he gonna go for that?
Right now, Von Score gonna get a right click down. Big losing beam going across from that Luna, already maxing it out. Damage goes across. This game's so ridiculous. Buyback from the Ancient Apparition on the back end. Furion drops with BZZ committed to stun for it, and now Solo will take a fall. The right clicks come out onto BZZ to finish him off right here. Just a little bit more needed, but Jo gets stunned. Now BZZ dropping low, but he's still up. Fear walks right by him without getting the kill. Not sure about that. The tether stun goes across, and Yul will aid him in his escape. Open Wounds drops down on the IO. They will be able to finish him with one more right click. BZZ, what are you doing, man? Going right back on in, but luckily he has the movement speed to make it work. No, the phase boots come on in. The Prophet back on in as well. Here comes IO with the relocate. They do have two here. Going to be Fear avoiding dismember damage with the rage, but still going to be stunned down out, and it looks like they both will fall. Oh, he gets the TP simultaneous with his death. We see Yul rubber banding back to the base to heal on up, but net result is a lot of buybacks expended by Evil Geniuses, and they are down by 2 kills.
I don't actually know how Furion died in the fountain there. He did get the TP out, but he still died. I thought the tether stunned him, but I think he just ran out of range. Looks like they will... Ooh,
yeah, Solo going to drop down. Actually gets the deny just barely with that rot. Rank 3 versus the max spin. Very surprising, but still works out for them. 2 second stun. They followed up with the tether. Jo taking a lot of hits here, but here comes Vida's turnaround damage. Ice Blast going to go across, though. Yul going to drop very, very quickly, though. There is Jo taking a lot of hits. The Reality Rift should net his kill, shattering it on up. Juggernaut has the spin, has the potential to go on in, but the call down the 4 second stun, and Bambo will be locked. There is going to be a TP in from Demon, trying to get a Sprout onto multiple heroes here. BZZ just wants to kill Invita's, but he won't get it. Magic Stick is not enough to save him, as Reality Rift comes on through from BZZ to finish it off. Oh, so much damage on Demon. Dread trying to finish it off with the barrage, with the Flat Cannon. This game is so ridiculous. Intense all over the place. Double damage going to be picked up by Fear. We are seeing yet another pulse come on out. That is just 40 kills. We keep on calling it, but 40 kills in 10 and a half.
Yeah, this is absurd. And Gyrocopter does have his drums, though. I mean, that's a pretty big problem for Fear. Oh, Fear has his DD, though. He's going all out on Dread.
I think they just resumed the game, but okay. Dread is going to be taking a lot of hits here. Mirage will do some damage to Fear, but he's going to rage on out of it. One more right click is all he needs, but the tether movement speed is going to be sufficient here, and Fear will not be able to close it. So now just trying to do what damage he can. And he has the Infest. He actually could go into a neutral creep here in just a moment. The homing missile not going to take effect if he can just get on in. He is inside the Hellbear. Baiting them into this corner. Can they make something happen of it? EG. Oh, they're going to have to burn down this Hellbear, and this is going to take way too long. He burst out. Full HP available, but the 4 second stun connects, and Bambo blocked out by Easy Camps. The spirits of the Wisp spirits aggroed the Easy Camp over, and that blocked the path of Bambo, so he couldn't follow up with an Omni or a spin. That gets the kill on Fear on the Lifestealer. And now they can go in for a little bit of push on mid.
Wow, this non-stop action, and looks like only 2 towers down for EG, and Roshan will respawn in about 1 minute's time, so I can fully expect them to try and contest that pretty soon. Bambo looking for an easy Omni / kill, but Wisp will tether away to safety.
By the way, if you want to cover any play-by-play, let me know, because you're like, don't get any chance at all. So.
You should definitely do it, but I mean, there's just been so much action this game, but I haven't been able to get a word in edgewise, but that's perfectly okay, but it's very exciting to watch.
Yeah, so back and forth.
And Wisp does have a bottle, looks for that 12-minute rune up top, and looks like there's a relocate
going up top. Demon getting stunned out here. 4 second stun connects, and that is yet another frag for them. So looking at KDAs, 8-4 and 8 on CK, 5-5 and 10 on IO. They are going to be able to start steamrolling, but that's just going to encourage EG to 5-man Dota even further. And right now they do have a pretty solid lineup for it if they find the opportunities. Meanwhile, mid lane, it looks like they did get a pick off on the Enigma simultaneously with Ancient Apparition netting the kill there.
So one thing I actually didn't know is the call down slow goes through magic immunity.
Yep.
I just saw Bambo try and go on him there. But looks like Beatus does have his black hole. He only used it one time and it was canceled because he died to the cold feed. He tried to black hole 2 people. He did get both of them, but he died while he was channeling, probably in the second 2 of the cast. So Roshan is up in maybe just like 2 seconds now, and they have already summoned trains as well as Eidolons that are well prepared to take it. But we do see this observer reward on the south side of the T1 tower mid, so I think RoX.KIS definitely knows what they're up to.
Yeah, so there was an invisible Pudge, but coming on through, Juggernaut was able to get his spin, got ultied during his spin, but then was going to go for his Omni Slash and finished off the Pudge real quick. So they do get that pick there, and now they can go in for this Roche with no trouble at all. Ice Blast will be a bit frustrating for them, but I don't think that's going to stop them from going, oh wait, now with Dread here, they have to fall back. So they go for the drum, the phase boots can go for the drum. Either way, they get the right click to finish off Jo here. Going for the Roche themselves. Sprout comes on through, actually blocking. They have to go single file on through it. Roche dropping quickly. Fear is in the mix. does have his ultimate available. He's going to have to use it to get himself back up to high HP, but instead, Enigma falls to the Chaos Bolt, and Dread Fear gets stunned out. He doesn't have any chance. Gets finished off, and here's going to be the Roche kill. That goes the way of RoX.KIS, and a lot of momentum lost for EG.
Oh, Demon tries to steal it, but he is going to die again.
Ooh. Painful.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and, I mean, Juggernaut's Healing Ward is really good for Roshan, but not when you have AA ultimate. That plus call down was just absolutely devastating. And Luna dropped it with almost no other help besides those 2 ultimates.
Yeah. There's just a lot of AoE damage, and really, Gyrocopter is the hero that's doing work here. We talk about him as an early game hero in lane because of how powerful his barrage is, but in this case, it's 5v5s constantly, and even low damage flat cannons is going to be able to do so much here. So, Dread really being the prime player, and everybody else just being the setup for it. Now we're seeing an attempt to hook into the tree. Is going to miss here. Luna there is going to be the initiation on Abitas. As long as they don't get black hole, they feel confident in this. Eclipse comes out, not doing enough though. Spin comes out from Bambo. He is debuffed, but he won't fall just yet. Instead, going on Fear. They do get the stun, but BZZ taking a lot of hits here. Dismember on Fear doing a lot. 2-second stun on Luna. They get the kill here as well. Mechanism keeps them up. No. Demon, Jo still active. Fear getting some right clicks to finish another off. Pudge and CK have fallen. Flat Cannon doing work, but not enough here to bring anybody down. Healing Ward active, going on forward, trying to go on the offensive, but everybody's TPing out or running on away.
Yeah, I mean, they can't. It's still early in the game, and they're trying to think the T2 tower not going well for those really low armored heroes. Especially Pudge just gets eaten alive by Nakes. He only has, let's see, 3 armor. I guess additional 3 with the pickup Trickle Boots, but that is Lifestealer's ideal targets. High HP strength heroes like Pudge with low amounts of armor. He tried to hook him and dismember him, but unable to burst him down, just gets completely destroyed by him. Looks like Wisp and... Let's see where Wisp is. I expect them to do a relocate gank soon since it's been up for a while.
Coming out in Juggernaut in a bad spot. He's going to go for the spin, but there is that ultimate from Pudge to hold him in place. Dismembered up. They're going to follow it up with a lot of damage here, and Bambo has fallen. So another big pick.
Yep, and Yo will pick up the Illusion Rune, and it looks like they are still sticking around this 5-man Dota strat. Neither team really wanting to split up and take a couple minutes off to farm.
Yeah, just have to keep it going, They got the smoke active. They did use the Illusion Rune, and of course they also have Solo. Gonna be trying to go for a hook here. Does connect on top of Fear, so they do try to bring him down. Here's gonna be the black hole attempt. No, Tether Stun, Chaos Bolt, saving Fear, but once again, ending B-Diz's life.
Yeah, poor Enigma has just been the focus of everything, and I see Dread just constantly targeting him with...
Okay, going to relocate. They're going bottom. Demon trying to split push. You just can't do that versus the Wisp, and so they make him pay for it. And that is losing so much momentum. They've taken a tier 2. They've gotten so many kills now, a 10-kill advantage, and they have that global presence as well. So really, EG has to group up together. They have to get a black hole, or I feel that they're kind of falling apart in this game.
Yeah, it's so hard for him to get it off. I mean, he really needs to BKB, but where is he going to farm it? I mean, they did Roshan.
Going on in, burst onto Bambo. That is not a spot you want to be in. Fear trying to do what he can, but a hook should come across in just a moment to lock him in. He's going to dodge it. No. Gets pulled back on. They get the debuff, and they get the kill on Fear.
These heroes are just melting to this five-man push from RoX.KIS. Looks like they aren't done. They're going for the T3.
Yeah, they're just going in so hard right now. This is just ridiculous right now. This is 17 minutes in, a non-push lineup going for tier 3, trying to go for the racks. This is just insane right here. Phantasm popped. BZZ is perfect, doing a lot of damage here, going in for these racks. We do see the armlet will be picked up on BZZ as a result of all this gold just lying around. And they're just using this Aegis while they can. And I'm not sure what he means by again, but they did smoke it up to keep Solo invis, and that's the big thing for them here. Trying to go for the hook, not going to connect, but not a big deal.
I think it was because of that chicken kill.
Oh, Courier. Yeah, he keeps on doing that shit all game long. Anyways, Fear gets dismembered up. The right clicks are there. Ice Blast won't hit on anything, though. There's going to be the Infest. Jo in a bad spot. Eclipse. Black Hole was trying to be tempted, but no. He gets burned down immediately, and so does Jo. Mega kill streak. Unstoppable. The CK, the Wisp, they're just too strong. Trying to close in on Fear. They just need a tether. The armlet toggles. He's going to come back on into it. Doing a lot of damage here. Burning down Vonscore. He might get the kill. Yes. He and the Juggernaut together get the kill on the... Oh, I can't even speak right now. Ancient Apparition and Pudge both have to buy back as a result of these guys here. J Bambo just trying to run. Dread, he gets relocated further into the base. I don't even know right now. Dread gonna get locked out. That was a bad move from I don't know what that relocate was about. Trying to pincer in the Juggernaut, but they weren't high enough HP, and they get turned around on. BZZ is gonna drop as well. Double kill for Fear. This is just... I don't even know right now. They look so strong. RoX.KIS were in a great spot, but they started throwing some lives away, and now they're paying for it. Dread trying to finish off on Jay. I don't think he can manage it, though. The Ice Blast not going to connect. It is going to connect on Demon, though. I believe Demon is dead. The mechanism can't help him, and instead he does fall.
Too.
What's that?
He killed the Juggernaut, too.
Oh, he got him as well. Sweet. Wow, I didn't even catch that. Wow, that is just really, really good movement from Vonskor on the Ancient Apparition. Generally don't see it, but that was such a long-range ulti. It'll hit so many people here. Jayo will try to close in on Solo, but he's going to get hooked in, and there's the Dismember. Big misplay by Jayo, and nobody can save him. Not sure why it didn't rot, but not a big deal. Now he has plenty of HP to work with as he goes on the run. Open Wounds active, Malphite to follow. That is at rank 3, so only 2 stuns. But there, he's going to try to deny himself here, and we'll see if he's successful with the massive right-click damage of that Lifestealer. Just waiting for it. He's just waiting for it. There's the tower hit, and there is the kill. Killing spree for fear, but I don't even know if those sprees even matter. Smiley faces everywhere going across. They call the good game well played, though. They've lost their racks, and 41-28. They know that their time is up.
Wow, 69 kills, 19 minutes, and that is an early GG from EG. So very action-packed game. They didn't even manage to take out any T1 towers or any other ones by the one in the middle. Just screw that. Just go for the racks. Go all in. Very exciting game coming out from both teams.
Very, very interesting. Do you have any other thoughts about how that played itself out?
I mean, the punch pick actually worked out really well for them. I think what EG's plan was pretty clear. Just a lot of early game 5-man with these mass summons from Treants and Eidolons, but I think they reacted very well. Pudge, a pretty decent early game hero if you can find the levels on him. He got a very early level 6, and I thought they just reacted to EG's 5-man strategy just very, very well. Constant meeting... responding to the constant aggression with even more aggression, and they were just able to pick them up with these very early CK Wisp. The Gyrocopter, again, still being very effective early. AA actually doing a lot of work. His Ice Blast pretty much countering the healing ward and just finding some nice hooks and nice movement around the map. So even though EG got that first Aegis, just really nice comeback by RoX.KIS and constant pressure. Exciting game, 20 minutes long.
Absolutely. So that was just ridiculous in that whole ordeal. The couple of picks were really, really interesting and really instrumental. Obviously, the CK.IO did work there. I love the Gyrocopter in the early fights. Do you think the Pudge really made his mark on the map as well?
I mean, he did soak up a lot of damage. Nyx almost always went on him, and that just let Gyro and CK do their thing most of the time. So I think he just drew a lot of fire. And if you leave Pudge alone, he is unchecked. I would prefer myself a more spammy AoE, like a ranged AoE spammer, maybe not necessarily Windrunner, but a hero like that with Power Shot or Beastmaster with Wild Axes. But he was able to knock those summons down with his rot. He was 3-8, but he definitely did his job. So well played by RoX.KIS. They will win this series 2-1.
Exactly. As the lowest bracket, that means that EG has been eliminated here from the Curse Invitational. Moving on forward, we're going to be looking at Dignitas versus RoX.KIS in just a few minutes here, guys. So I'm going to make sure that we're constantly moving behind schedule because of how we're bouncing back and forth between WePlay and us. But now that the conflicts have completely nullified themselves with EG being eliminated, we should be able to just move on and get a back-to-back game here. The match will come on through as soon as possible, and we'll see what Dignitas has against this RoX.KIS. So they've held strong in the small skirmishes and the big picture. They seem to be playing extremely well, and yeah, we'll see what they bring in the next match. But thank you guys so much for tuning on in. This has been the Curse Invitational, Curse Entertainment presentation. I'm myself and Blaze. If you want to check me out, twitter.com/BlazeCasting is the way to go. And for you, Merlini?
Twitter.com/MerliniDota, as well as Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Thanks everybody for watching.
Have a good one, guys.